When you go no contact, it will make the narcissist desperate. Have you ever cut someone out of your life, gone silent, and thought, I'm doing this for my own peace of mind? It's a move many of us make to protect ourselves. But here's the thing. Don't expect the toxic person, or the narcissist, to just let it slide. If you've ever wondered what happens when you stop communicating with someone who drains you, today we're diving into exactly that. When you go no contact with a narcissist or someone toxic, it doesn't just affect you. No, for them, it's a whole different ballgame. They panic. Control is slipping away, and they can't stand it. But what happens next? Let's break it down and explore what you can expect when you decide to step back from a narcissistic or toxic person. Stay tuned as we unpack this psychological dynamic step by step. Number 1. Playing the victim to maintain control. The first thing a narcissist will do when you go silent is play the victim. They'll act as if they're deeply hurt by your silence. But the truth is, what really bothers them isn't losing you, it's losing control over you. They're upset not because they care about you, but because they're no longer able to manipulate or dominate the situation. The idea of losing control over the relationship or you as a source of validation is what truly disturbs them. When you stop engaging, the narcissist shifts into full victim mode. They'll portray themselves as the one who's been wronged, believing they're the ones who've been hurt by your actions, especially if you've gone no contact. They won't consider for a second that their behavior might have caused this. Instead, they'll see you as the aggressor, painting themselves as innocent and misunderstood. Expect them to say things like, "Why are you ignoring me? I haven't done anything wrong." They'll spread this narrative to others, seeking sympathy and making you the villain in the story. The entire situation will be framed around their need for pity, and they'll be completely unaware of the reasons behind your decision to distance yourself. The narcissist will never recognize their part in this. It will always be your fault in their eyes. Number 2. Hoovering and manipulating emotions. If playing the victim doesn't bring the desired result, a narcissist will often shift tactics and try to hoover you back in. They may begin reaching out with sweet or charming messages like, "I miss you so much. I miss talking to you." The goal here is to trigger an emotional response, to make your heart soften and question whether you acted too harshly. It's all about lowering your guards so you'll open up to them again. Remember, this isn't a genuine attempt at reconciliation. This is a tactic to regain control. They might act as though nothing has gone wrong, as if they've done nothing to harm you. This is part of their manipulation, sweeping their actions under the rug and making you feel guilty for your silence. Their intention is simple: get you to drop your defenses and accept their communication, allowing them back into your life. This isn't about making amends or acknowledging their wrongs. It's about reasserting their control and pulling you back into their game. Number 3. The anger and blame shifting stage. If the hoovering doesn't work, the narcissist will escalate things further. At this point, they can no longer mask their frustration with charm and sweetness. The rejection and abandonment trigger deep wounds in them, and their ego can't handle it. This leads to anger, and suddenly, you are the one at fault. Expect them to start blaming you for everything, saying things like, "I don't know why you're acting this way. It's your fault because you did A, B, and C." You'll become the scapegoat for all their problems. Their anger will escalate as their ego cannot tolerate being rejected. You may start receiving aggressive or hurtful messages designed to provoke a reaction from you. But remember, this is still just another mind game. The goal isn't to resolve anything, but to manipulate you into responding emotionally. The aggressive behavior is a sign they're losing control and are desperate to regain it. Don't be fooled. This is all part of their game. Number 4. Seeking attention elsewhere. When their previous attempts to regain control over the situation fail, and they don't get the reaction they were hoping for, the narcissist will turn to seeking attention from other sources. Their bruised ego and fear of rejection drive them to find validation from someone new. If they can't get it from you, they'll search for it elsewhere. This shift may cause them to feel embarrassed or ashamed, but they'll never admit it. Instead, they'll flaunt their new source of attention, whether it's a new person or a new connection. They might openly show off their new relationship or talk about it with mutual friends, to make sure you notice. This is all part of the mind games they play. They want to prove to themselves that they can move on, but it's often a facade. If the new attention still doesn't help them regain control, they'll turn to even more drastic measures. Number 5, the smear campaign. If seeking attention elsewhere doesn't work, they will escalate by launching a smear campaign against you. This involves spreading false narratives and half-truths to others, often sharing personal and private details you trusted them with. Their goal is to make themselves the victim and to paint you as the villain. They want to turn people against you and tarnish your reputation, making you look like the one in the wrong while they take the high road. Expect them to claim things like, "I don't know why they're treating me this way. I've always cared for them. I wanted the best for them, and this is how they repay me." By spreading these lies, they're seeking sympathy and affirmation from others. Their need to look good in the eyes of others drives them to manipulate the narrative in their favor. Their ultimate aim is to convince people that they are the kind, generous person, and that you are the one who has wronged them. This boosts their fragile ego, making them feel better by putting you down. Afterward, they'll likely pretend that they don't care about you or the situation, even going as far as to say hurtful things. But deep inside, they're still monitoring your every move, watching how you react to their actions. This rejection hits them hard, and they'll continue these mind games to regain their sense of control. As we come to the end of today's discussion, I want to remind you of something incredibly important: your peace of mind. While the narcissist is spiraling through their emotional games, trying to provoke you or manipulate your attention, remember the reason you've stopped talking to them or gone silent. You've done what's necessary to protect yourself, and it's not about playing games, it's about prioritizing your own mental and emotional well-being. They may be trying to get a reaction, but it's rooted in emotional immaturity. Instead of giving you space, they'll do anything to draw you back in, and now they've resorted to being nasty and vindictive. But don't let that distract you. These are just mind games, reactions stemming from their ego, and it has nothing to do with you. The best thing you can do is what you've already done. Go no contact, stop communicating, and take the time you need to reclaim your clarity and peace of mind. It may feel challenging, but know this: by stepping away, you've made the most powerful choice for your healing. Focus on yourself. The narcissist's mind games are just provocations to test your boundaries, but you don't have to engage. You are strong, and you are capable of breaking free from this control. Keep doing what's right for you. If you found value in this video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss any future content. And if you think this message could help someone else, please share this video with them. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and you've got this. Stay true to yourself, protect your peace, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay strong.